Today on the Trent Out Loud podcast. The queen of hot topics, Wendy Williams, is officially back. And guess who she goes after in her first interview? You guessed it, Diddy. I've tried to warn Jay-Z multiple times about public perception. First it was Jaguar Wright, then Tony Busby, now M.I.A. is coming for the Jigga Man. I don't know if y'all are ready to learn Mandarin, but you better start. TikTok is out and Red Note is here. Shangong Shu. What up? It's Trent Out Loud and I'm back with another episode. All right, y'all know how I get down. My favorite day of the week is finally here. It's Friday and I got a great show set up for y'all. All right, I have 4 lead stories. We're going to kick it off by talking about Wendy Williams saying that she thinks Diddy should spend the rest of his life in jail. Superstar artist M.I.A. calls out Jay-Z for pressuring her to sign an NFL contract. Red Note is already taking over from TikTok before it's even banned. And Akademiks says that Pusha T was actually the first one to call out LeBron James for cheating on his wife. In quick news, we're going to talk about Rihanna, ASAP Rocky, Chris Brown, Donald Trump, Top 5, 50 Cent, DJ Khaled, and Mariah The Scientist. As always, we're going to close out the show with question of the day, social discussion of the day, and a little bit of sports news. Y'all know what time it is. Turn your TVs, your radio, or your devices up. I'm about to start this show. Let's go. Our first lead story. Wendy Williams says that Diddy will go to prison for life over his charges. Wendy Williams is making bold claims about Sean Diddy Combs. During a recent interview on The Breakfast Club, Wendy said, Diddy will go to jail for life. You don't know the things that I do about Diddy from back in the day. It's about time. Wendy Williams has been very vocal about Diddy over the years, even hinting at his alleged involvement over her losing her job in 1998 from Hot 97 over claims that Diddy kind of liked men. All right. This is such a good interview that she did on The Breakfast Club. We're also going to tell you about her conservatorship and everything that's going on with that. But before, of course, I wanted to talk about this Diddy thing. Wendy was actually before her time, even before Jaguar Wright. I mean, for those of you who are watching this on YouTube now, I'm sure all of you are familiar with Jaguar Wright, but Wendy was Jaguar from before. If you listen to the date that I just read, 1998, Wendy Williams has been making these claims. Just checking the date. Yeah, 1998. That's close to 25, 26 years ago that she has been making these claims. And it's been going around the industry for years, but nobody actually ever spoke about it before Wendy Williams. And not too many people spoke about it after, because what she's alluding to, that Diddy was the reason why she lost her job. Now, you're going to hear Charlemagne, that used to be Wendy's co-host, say that in this clip. Now, the article says alleged, and you're going to hear Charlemagne being like, yo, Diddy was the reason why that you got fired. So take a listen to the clip and we'll talk about it more on the other side. Take a listen.
Wendy, you got fired from Hot 97 years ago because of Diddy. All these years later to see where Diddy currently is. What do you feel about that situation?
Right. Diddy will go to prison for life, people. You don't know things that I knew about Diddy back in the day. And you want to know what? It's about time. Diddy done.
I love how real Charlemagne kept it. He was just like, listen, Diddy was the one who got you fired. What do you have to say? Just gave her an opportunity to just get her little 2 cents in. Anyways, shout out to Char for that. All right. So the entire interview, of course, was not about Diddy, was more about Wendy Williams. So let's just get to that. So Wendy Williams gets emotional while talking about her conservatorship. She says, my life is really messed up. All right. So during a phone interview with The Breakfast Club, Wendy Williams opens up about her current conservatorship, denying claims that she is cognitively impaired. She describes her situation as feeling like she is in prison. While discussing her father, who is about to turn 94 years old, Wendy Williams got emotional and admitted that her life is messed up. Her niece Alex was also present during the interview and advocated for her, sharing concerns about her potential consequences of speaking out publicly. All right, we're going to talk about that, but let's listen to a little clip and we'll talk about it more on the other side.
My life is like up.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is.
Alex, do you think there'll be some type of retaliation from The Guardian because of this phone call?
Yeah.
Wow.
We've talked about that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, my aunt, even with her wanting to come on, we talked about all scenarios. I said, you know, do this. You ready for what's on the other side? And as she said, I have to do this. There's nothing else I could do at this point. She's prepared for the fact that her phone might be taken away.
What if they take my phone? I won't be able to talk to anybody.
All right, so for those who want to see the full interview, I suggest going to the Breakfast Club YouTube page after you watch my show and check it out. Wendy sounds coherent through the whole interview. She does repeat a word, an expression, and she's like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? She repeated it like a bunch of times. She couldn't get through a whole sentence without saying, you know what I'm saying? And then she came out and was like, excuse me, excuse me. And her niece was alluding to the fact that if you don't know Wendy Williams, that's how she speaks. I would say that's not how she speaks from her years being on the radio and TV. So I wouldn't say, just my opinion, I wouldn't say Wendy is 100%. To me, it seems like through the interview, she might be maybe just like a little bit off, like maybe not 100% there, but definitely there enough for her to be on her own and not be in this conservatorship, right? They sent Lauren LaRosa over to see Wendy a day before the interview and just to see how this place where she's being held. And Lauren wasn't even able to get in. They say that she was on the phone with Wendy the whole entire time. She's walking in. She's okay. I'm at the front desk. Wendy said, yes, this is my friend coming to see me, Lauren LaRosa. Passed her the phone, let her up. Nobody is allowed to go and see Wendy unless her guardian, I think it's Sabrina, her name, or Sonia. I'm not too sure. Sorry for forgetting the name. Y'all know I'm bad with names. Anyways, then they called her guardian. And her guardian was like, nope, she's not allowed up. And then all of a sudden, the place said, Wendy is not here. We don't know who you're talking about. Who is Wendy Williams? And just right away flipped on Lauren LaRosa. And Lauren is an investigative journalist. You could trust her. If she says that, that's exactly what happened. So, like I said, you go check out the whole interview. Really good. But Wendy is in such a horrible place for them to just say, I don't even know who Wendy Williams is. We don't know. And Lauren said that she could even see her from the window and she's literally on the phone. So I don't know how a place like this could even exist. Even in the interview, they don't explain how this guardianship works and why she can't get out of it. But they do say in the interview that Wendy can't say a lot. And that's what her niece Alex was alluding to, the reason why it might sound like she's being choppy while she's speaking. The fact that she cannot fully express herself because she's scared of the repercussions. That's why we just played that for you in the clip. So that could be it. But like I said, when you do listen to the interview, you could, I don't know if it's herself stopping or if it's, you know, what they say that there might be some sort of issues with her. I'm not 100% sure on that. Just giving you my real opinion. But anyways, I don't want to spoil the entire interview for you guys. Really go check it out. For those of you who love Wendy, I've always loved Wendy from when she was on Hot 97, her talk show. When I used to live in Jersey, my cousin and I used to watch her like every day. We actually tried to even get tickets to go see Wendy. So I've always been a big fan of Wendy. And I don't think that, you know, my show, The Breakfast Club, all of that stuff would exist. Like Wendy is kind of the pioneer of what I'm doing right now, sitting down and just talking about celebrities. I mean, she kind of ushered this in. She is a pioneer. So anyways, shout out to Wendy. Happy to see that you're back. Happy to see that you're doing interviews. Shout out to Charlemagne for giving her a platform. I hope there are no repercussions. They alluded to that in the interview, saying that they don't know what the Guardian now is going to do, the fact that they have called her out on this. But again, I would really like for her to do an interview, maybe after this is all settled, to let us know what this conservatorship is all about. Like, I understand if somebody is not 100% there, you sign over to have this guardian to take care of you. But if other people in the family are saying, yo, this guardian is taking advantage of her. She's not doing these things right. She's putting her up in this place that she feels is a prison. If her dad is alive, if her niece is there and other people are there, why can't they take her out of it? Or why can't somebody else be the guardian? That's really what I tuned in for. And sorry, spoiler alert, but you don't find that out. But again, I think Charlamagne knows and they know, but they just can't say it publicly for repercussions over the guardianship. So if any of you guys have any more information about this, please let me know. But again, shout out to Wendy, and I hope you get out of this. And they also alluded to the fact that maybe she might start her own podcast. And of course, you all know that Charlamagne has his own podcast network, The Black Effect. Shout out to the team over at The Black Effect. And yeah, I hope we see a return of Wendy Williams in 2025. Our second lead story, M.I.A. says that Jay-Z advised her to sign a bad deal after her controversial Super Bowl appearance. All right, so M.I.A. sat down with Jaguar Wright and is literally spilling the tea about Jay-Z. I haven't watched the full thing. I watched at least maybe 80-90% of it. But here is one of the clips that are going viral online. I'm going to play it for you, and then I'm going to give you guys more context and tell you what this whole thing is all about. Because when I heard it, I was like, what are you talking about? M.I.A. in the Super Bowl? Totally didn't even remember. This happened in 2012. Anyways, here's the clip of M.I.A.
I was fighting giants and nobody came to help me. Jay-Z, Roc Nation was supposed to negotiate that, but they wanted me to sign the thing, which was slavery. It was modern day slavery where NFL take 100% of my earnings. So you can say you're for Black Power, yet you're doing that. He goes into boardrooms and says to people, it's important for me to be a billionaire because Black people need to be billionaires.
All right, so here's some context to what she's calling Jay-Z about. I found this out on Vibe magazine. It's a big article. I'm going to just read to you like the highlights, all right? So M.I.A.'s accusations regarding the character and business dealing of Jay-Z continues. The singer now alleges that the mogul attempted to have her sign a horrible deal regarding her infamous Super Bowl appearance halftime show. During a conversation with Jaguar Wright on Instagram Live, M.I.A. recalled Jay-Z and Roc Nation drawing up an alleged contract in which the NFL would be entitled to all of her profits. Crazy. She said, I was fighting giants and nobody came to help me. At that time, Jay-Z and Roc Nation was supposed to negotiate that for me. And the thing that they wanted me to sign would have the NFL take 100% of my earnings. M.I.A. also challenged Jay-Z's seemingly fixation on Black empowerment, arguing that his actions in real business do not align with those sentiments. She then went on to compare something that Martin Luther King said about some Black people alluding to wanting to help Black people, but really they're just really trying to help themselves and work with white people. All right. I don't want to get into that, but she really goes in and drags him under those circumstances. So to give you guys more context about the Super Bowl. So in February 2012, M.I.A. appeared during Madonna's headlining Super Bowl halftime show. And it was there that she actually put up the middle finger on stage. The move was in violation of the agreement between the NFL and all performers to not negatively impact the image of the NFL. They later went on to file a lawsuit against M.I.A. for $1.5 million in damages. However, the NFL added an additional $15 million on the complaint in 2014, citing M.I.A.'s failure to resolve the lawsuit. M.I.A. and the NFL would reach an undisclosed settlement later that year. She says, I was at Roc Nation at the time and Jay-Z was managing me. The lawsuit was so ridiculous. It proposed that they would keep 100% of my earnings for the rest of my life if I earned more than $2 million. Jay-Z said, yeah, you should sign that. And I was like, no. If you want to see the full interview, head over to Jaguar Wright's YouTube page. So not only Jay-Z, but the NFL, like that is horrible for the NFL. I understand what she did was wrong. I get it, but my gosh, man, give her a fine. I've seen NFL players do far worse than that, and they get fined like $100,000. Why would you want to take a new artist at that time and bring her to court for $1.5 million and then try to add on $15 million. And I don't want to totally throw Jay-Z under the bus and say that it was wrong for him to make her sign that deal, because I don't know the intricacies of the deal. And I don't like to talk about things that I don't know about. I would like to have read that deal. I don't know what could have been in that deal for Jay-Z to say, yeah, sign 100% of your career earnings away. And also, we don't even know if she's telling the 100% proof, right? Like, normally in these cases, you would see a court document or you would see the contract. That's what I would wish Jaguar Wright would have asked her. That's what an investigative journalist is supposed to do. However, if this is true, because she's been talking about this for a while, if it is true, I think not only, the NFL, Jay-Z should answer, but I think the NFL should answer with this too. I think that was really horrible. And come to think of it, since that, we've never really heard from M.I.A, right? Because I guess she couldn't afford to pay this and she had to settle in some way. So y'all let me know what you think about Jay-Z and having him allegedly have her sign this horrible deal. I don't know. There's something about it where I can't picture Jay-Z wanting one of his artists to sign a contract that signs their 100% career earnings away. I just can't see that. I don't know. Anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Our third lead story. Duolingo reports 216% increase on users learning Mandarin Chinese in the US following the transition from TikTok to Exaguzo, also known as Red Note. I tried to pronounce that in Chinese. I did a horrible job. Exaguzo. No clue. Anyways, Red Note. So we told you guys this a couple of days ago, where there's a new app called Red Note that a lot of people are starting to go to. The fact that TikTok is going to be banned by this Sunday. Don't worry, I have a little bit of positive news and quick news. Donald Trump and Biden might work to stop it, but let's just say that it might come. Anyways, so people are trying to find out alternatives, and Red Note is starting to be the go-to place. The funny thing about this is that Red Note is all in Mandarin. So the writing is in Mandarin, everybody's in Mandarin, but the Chinese people are being so welcome to the American people that are coming over, and a couple of content creators has made videos about the people over there on Red Note. It's actually really funny. Before I play the funny part of it, I also want to take one serious second here, which I find hilarious. The US government is stopping TikTok from working in the US because it is owned by the Chinese government and ByteDance. Red Note is owned by the Chinese government. Why? I ask this question all the time. Why are you allowing apps owned by the Chinese government to work in the US? If you stop TikTok, then you should stop all of them. Why is Red Note, and I think there's another one called Lemon 8, why are these apps being allowed to work? It doesn't make any sense. Here's a little clip that's actually from, I can't remember where it's from, but on the Comedy Network or something. Oh my gosh. Anyways, let's listen to the clip.
Amid fear a TikTok ban could take effect later this week, some Americans flocking to Chinese apps like Red Note.
Red Note is owned and operated by the Chinese Communist Party, and users must agree to adhere to the Chinese Constitution.
Users have to adhere to the Chinese Constitution. What? Anyways, let's hear from some of these content creators, their experience over at Red Note. It's hilarious. Take a listen.
Really, I got Red Note and I've been on it and I'm like, this is so funny. First of all, the Chinese are so nice. They're so sweet. Like, they're over here teaching us Mandarin.
Girl, I downloaded that little Red Note app, aka Xiaohongshu. I'm living for Xiaohongshu. I love the little comment section with the little memes. I love the algorithm. I've only been on there for, 15 minutes? It's already giving me what I want to see. Thank you so much. You know me so well. How did you do that so fast?
Y'all want to take away TikTok so bad? Why won't bitch shit? I'm out here learning Mandarin, okay?
When I tell you I have been enjoying myself at Red Note, girl, I was welcomed with open arms, and I am enjoying myself over here. I'm learning Mandarin. All I knew was Spanish. I'm trilingual now. That means goodbye.
I just have one thing to say to the American government that thinks that China is stealing my data. 关我屁事. That simply means I don't give a shit.
Xiaohongshu I think that's maybe a little bit better. Shangmengshu is the name of Red Note. Let me know if y'all are going to be downloading Shangmengshu and leaving TikTok. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Ni hao. Our fourth lead story. Akademiks is still calling out LeBron James over his cheating allegations on his wife, Savannah James. Akademiks was on No Jumper, and he was talking with Adam and Whack 100 about LeBron James, etc., and Drake. And for those of you who want to know, go back and watch. I think was it last week or this week where we broke it? I think it was like last week. 416, episode 416. Anyways, Akademiks was like, yo, why are y'all talking about me and other like content creators? Pusha T was actually one of the first people in the industry to call out LeBron over cheating allegations. Apparently, those two were after the same girl. Take a listen to Akademiks.
You know who the first person to out LeBron? Pusha T.
Yeah. All right, so I looked up the lyrics for y'all. Obviously, I can't play the song for copyright reasons. And it says that Pusha T calls out LeBron James for getting his seconds. The lyric goes, used to have this white girl. She looked like Madonna. No. Heard that she's messing around with LeBron James, but I don't know. You like that, Bron? I had that a long time ago. She was on my balcony on the... I can't say the rest of the thing. Anyways, I actually did a little bit more research and actually forgot about this. The person who they're talking about is actually Yes Julz. I will put up her picture for those who want to see. You can check her out on Instagram. So Yes Julz is kind of like, I'm not trying to be insulting, but she's kind of like a low-level Kim Kardashian. Like she's an influencer out here, but not even like on Kim's level at all. I shouldn't even have put her in the class of Kim. But yeah, she promotes parties and she does stuff. I just wanted to say that like she's not just like an everyday influencer on Instagram. Like she actually used to work with Kanye West. She worked with Kanye on what album was it? I think it was just his last album, and actually they got into an argument. So my point of saying of why I even compared her to Kim is that she's in the industry. She's not just an Instagram chick that nobody knows about. She's in the industry. She works with celebrities and promotes parties and their albums and stuff. So yeah, anyways, they're alluding to the fact that that's who LeBron was with when Pusha T was, with her as well too. So that was actually the first one. So these LeBron rumors have been going on for a long time. I actually forgot about that. This was 8 years ago. So I wonder if maybe that's why it's not so much of a big deal. The fact that Drake is calling him out now, like it's not the first time we've heard it. And it's obviously not the first time that Savannah and LeBron has to deal with this, because it's been like, 2 weeks now or a week and a half? And yes, some mainstream media has picked it up, but I haven't heard anything else really big happening from it, right? You see like LeBron isn't even addressing it or talking about it. So I think it might just kind of just blow over and we won't see anything much from it. Of course, there still is the speculation that he might be involved with the Diddy lawsuits and he might be talking with Tony Busby to settle a lawsuit, but for now, that's just alleged. So anyways, just wanted to throw in that piece in there that this is not the first time that LeBron has had cheating allegations. And actually, it was Pusha T. So don't get mad at Drake and Akademiks, all right? All right. This brings us to quick news. Ring my bell. A judge is asking if Rihanna is ASAP Rocky's wife ahead of his trial. All right. For those of you who don't know, ASAP Rocky is actually starting his trial next week. And the judge in the trial, or presiding over the trial, is very much concerned with Rihanna. And we can't understand why. What does Rihanna have to do with the fact that Rocky's on trial? It has nothing to do with it. Anyways, take a listen to the clip.
The defendant, or is it his girlfriend?
His wife. It's his common law wife. They're living together.
So I should characterize it as common law wife?
Like, are you a fan, or is this going to work for him or work against him? Like in court, nothing like who you're married to or celebrity status or whatever is not supposed to have any sort of effect in court. So anyways, I don't know. I found that very weird. And of course, a lot of people online found it weird. To give some context about ASAP Rocky, Megan posted this. Shout out to Megan. She said, a prosecutor said in court today that ASAP Rocky is looking at years in state prison if convicted in his trial, which begins next week in LA. The judge in Los Angeles on Wednesday finalized plans for the rapper ASAP Rocky over his trial, which is scheduled to begin and last 3 weeks. Rocky was not in court, but he will have to appear in the courthouse next week when jury selection starts. So I totally forgot about this. This is something that happened like a year and a half ago, but people are kind of like on the fence. They feel like there's enough evidence to put him away. Some people feel like he'll just get off. I don't know, but maybe Rihanna might help him. I don't know if it'll help or not help. I don't know, but the judge seems fixated on Rihanna. Our second quick story. All right, Chris Brown has a message and request from Donald Trump. He posted this in his IG stories and said, anybody else hoping that Trump will shut down the IRS? If he pulls that off, put that man on the $100 bill. Chris Brown with a story and post for President-elect Donald Trump and the IRS. Now, Chris, my brother, you are already in like the gray book. You know what I mean? Like people are already always questioning you every time you go out. You just went to South Africa. They tried to stop you from performing. Why would you go out and do this? Why would you actually give yourself attention to go viral for the IRS to be like, really, what's Chris Brown hiding? Like, I don't understand why people, especially people that are not in people's good books. Actually, you know what? Now that I think about it, even if you are in people's good books, why would you make a post about the IRS to bring attention that you don't need? Next thing you know, you're going to hear the IRS knocking on your door being like, yo, open your books, bro. Our third quick story, talking about President Trump. President-elect Donald Trump and Vice President-elect J.D. Vance inauguration's portraits have been unveiled. All right. Yo, I don't know if you guys have seen this. I will put the pictures up. If you're listening to this on podcast platforms, go over to YouTube now so that you can see this. This has to be the most hilarious portrait for a president-elect ever. This is Donald Trump's portrait. I'll describe it for those who can't see it. He has one eyebrow up, one kind of down, and it's like a kind of like a mean mug, like he's coming for you. Like, why would you want that to be like, hey, I am your president? Yo, these crazy, man. I'll also put up JD Vance's which looks a little bit more, should we say, presidential, but he has this kind of like weird grin on his face that looks like he just might be up to no good. A lot of people in the comment section was like, yo, why would Donald Trump use his mugshot picture? I'll put up the mugshot picture also too, but I think maybe it was inspired from the mugshot picture, because if you look at like the details of the mugshot picture versus the inauguration portrait, it's not the exact same, but maybe it was inspired. But anyways, why he would on it even like resembling his mugshot picture, I don't know. But these are the things that Trump does, man. Let me know what you think about this portrait, about Donald Trump. And if anybody out there could tell me where these portraits originate from, like, does Donald Trump have say in this? Do they pick, or is it somebody else who picks? I would love to know if he had a hand in this. Let me know in the comment section below what you think, or if you have any information. Our fourth quick story. The internet alleges that top 5 partying with Brown and Tatum led to the Raptors winning against Boston. All right, this is hilarious. Top 5 is a rapper in Toronto. For those of you who don't know, we've talked about him a couple of times. He actually just got out of jail for an unaliving charge, and he's rolling around with Drake. We showed you guys a clip, I think, earlier in the week with top 5 and Drake actually at the Raptors game. I have said that I'm a little bit worried about Drake hanging out with top 5 because apparently Whack 100 has something on the USB drive that could just like ruin top 5. And I think that's actually just going to make Drake look even worse. And yes, I saw all the comments with you guys dragging me yesterday about Drake. So I'm not going to talk too much about Drake today. Anyways, getting back to this. So, so top 5 was apparently, I'm going to put up pictures. He was out in Toronto partying with Jason Tatum. Here's a picture. He was out with Jaylen Brown, And then I'm going to put a picture and I'm going to show you guys Jalen and Jason courtside. They look super hungover, dehydrated, and people are saying that's the reason why the Raptors won over Boston. Listen, these basketball players are used to going from state to state to state and having access to wherever they want to, all right? I've lived in Toronto long enough. Shout out to Mona, who's had umpteen amount of parties in Toronto with NBA players. I don't think this is the reason why they won, unless Jason and Jalen don't know how to hold their alcohol. But like I said, they're used to this life. So I don't think that you should literally just give top five all the credit. I think Toronto just played a good game. However, I will say they do look a little hungover. But like I said, I think they're used to this life. Our fifth lead story, new couple alert, Sofia Vergara, I'm sure I'm not pronouncing that right. You guys are going to get at me, I know. And Lewis Hamilton has been fueling dating rumors after a casual lunch in New York City. All right, nothing to this because, you know, I don't really get into dating and rumors and stuff. But I really love Sofia. And I love Lewis Hamilton. Shout out to Lewis. I know he's going over to Ferrari this year, and I'm not a big fan of Ferrari. Actually, I don't like Ferrari at all. You know, you guys know I'm a Lambo guy. But I do like this pairing. So shout out to Sofia and Lewis. I hope this is actually true because I do think this is actually a good pair. And yeah, shout out to y'all. Our sixth quick story, 50 Cent and DJ Khaled officially make amends following their years-long beef. All right, I really thought this would never, ever happen, but 50 Cent and DJ Khaled have officially resolved their issues after nearly 20 years of tension between them and their close friends. On Tuesday, January the 14th, 50 Cent posted a recap video of his time with MLB legend Reggie Jackson, Mr. October, celebrating a golf classic in the Florida National Golf Course in Palm City, Florida. In the footage, 50 Cent is linking up with other celebrities like Travis Scott, Flo Rida, and DJ Khaled. It was the first time fans have seen the film mogul and the Grammy award-winning super producer dap up each other in almost 2 decades. You can hear DJ Khaled saying nothing but love and respect. 50 Cent and DJ Khaled had issues stemming from New York's high-profile beef with Fat Joe and Ja Rule. At the time, 50 Cent was going back and forth, etc., and DJ Khaled got looped into it. 50 Cent and Fat Joe put their differences aside years ago over a separate occasion, and now it's clear that he also did the same with DJ Khaled. All right, for those of you who know about this story, you know how huge it is. One thing that this article didn't say is during that 50 Cent and Ja Rule beef, the only reason why 50 actually started beefing with Fat Joe is because Jadakiss and Fat Joe jumped on the New York track with Ja Rule. So Jada was on 50's list, and so was Fat Joe. Jada and 50 squashed their beef. Joe and 50 squashed their beef when the Violator CEO, oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm forgetting his name. Can't believe I forgot his name. He was like almost like a mentor to me when I was in music management. Anyways, Violator manager. My gosh, he used to send guys up to Toronto. We used to actually kind of like even intern for them. Chris Lighty. My gosh, how can I forget? Shout out to Chris Lighty. Anyways, Chris Lighty was unalived, and then during that time, Fat Joe and 50 Cent were managed by Violator Management, and they decided that they wanted to come together for Chris Lighty. So anyways, that's the backstory to that for those of you who don't know. And during that beef, before they came together, 50 Cent used to have thisis50.com, and they were doing stuff back and forth. 50 actually did something to DJ Khaled's mother, and that's why when Joe and 50 mended their beef, Khaled vowed to never be friends with 50 Cent. 50 Cent sent somebody to like film her. She worked at a dry cleaners, and 50 had somebody go in. People were saying that it was French Montana before French Montana blew up, because French Montana used to be one of those, those DVD guys. And anyways, so he was like, yo, Khaled, I can get to you anytime I want, even people in your family, and was videotaping Khaled's mom. So that's why I thought, listen, for sure, they're never going to mend their beef. And they did. Now, next up is Ja Rule, which I have said, and 50 Cent has said, and even Ja Rule said that it will never end. That's real beef. But then again, I also thought Khaled's was going to be real beef. So anyways, happy to see that these men have grown up and put their differences aside. Sorry for like the whole hip hop journey that I just took you guys on. But yeah, I know these stories, so I want to share them with you guys. Anyways, shout out to 50 Cent, DJ Khaled. Love to see this. I actually don't want to see, sidebar, I actually don't want to see Ja Rule and 50 Cent squash their beef. I don't want to see that. The hip hop historian in me don't want to see that, because that goes back like really deep, and I never want to see that happening. So anyways, shout out to DJ Khaled, 50 Cent. My gosh, next story. This is supposed to be in quick news, and I'm talking forever like this is lead story. Let's go to the next story. Our 7th quick story. Barbie releases an Aaliyah doll in honor of her 46th birthday. R&B icon Aaliyah is turning 46 years old today. To honor her and her legacy, Mattel released a Barbie as part of their music series. This is amazing. I'm going to put up a picture. The doll looks really close to Aaliyah, can't lie. The outfits are on point. And of course, her trademark hairstyle, with like that comb over her eye. Love this, love this, love this. Shout out to Aaliyah. I'm a big, big, big Aaliyah fan. I remember I was in Jamaica. I will never forget. I was in Jamaica when we found out what happened to her. So anyways, shout out to Aaliyah, shout out to Mattel. I do find it a little strange, like why now though? Like I just don't really understand, like 46. Shouldn't this been done like on her 40th birthday or maybe her 50th? I just don't understand why now. If anybody has more information about it, let me know. People are saying that it's just their music series, but if it's just their music series, why are they saying for her birthday? Kind of really doesn't make any much sense, but that's what I could find. All right. Anyways, shout out to Aaliyah. Happy birthday. Our 8th quick story. Mariah The Scientist wants to do a collab with SZA. So Mariah The Scientist was at what looks like a basketball game, and she posted up a picture of herself in a beautiful yellow jacket, and she actually looks really good. And SZA wrote, "You're so pretty." Or so pretty baby, whatever. And then Mariah said, 1, thank you. 2, can we do a song together? Hilarious that she would just take the opportunity. I don't know much Mariah The Scientist songs. I do know that she's an amazing songwriter. I've heard that about her, but let me know if you guys would like to hear SZA and Mariah The Scientist on the track. I can't really speak to it. Like I said, I don't really know much tracks. And for those of you who are wondering who Mariah The Scientist is, this is Young Thug's girlfriend. And she was just opening up for, I think, Lotto on tour. So anyways, yeah, shout out to SZA and Mariah. Our 9th quick story. Lil Baby responds to Kai Cenat's review of his album, Wham! All right, in a recent interview, Lil Baby was asked about Kai Cenat's review of his album. The rapper mentioned that he had seen some clips of the streamer's reviews. He stated that people like Kai, I feel like he's younger. They won't know too much or understand about where I'm coming from. The streamer and people do interviews, and it's just their opinion. Here's a clip. Take a listen.
Were you able to see that review, and what did you think of it? People like Kai Cenat, I feel like they like younger.
Yo, I Googled Lil Baby's 30, Kai is 23. Now, I would understand if you were like a Talib Kweli or, like a Jay-Z, somebody who's like in their 50s rapping about things and then saying, listen, I don't think Kai will understand. But how could a 30-year-old be like, listen, man, these young streamers, they don't understand what I'm talking about. Me, big grown man, being in my 30s. Yo, just say, listen, I understand everybody has his opinion. And that's what he did say at the end, to be fair. But don't blame it on the younger generation. A lot of people don't like this album. I told you guys last week, it actually did well its first week. I think 137,000, if I'm not mistaken, or 130,000 his first week in this climate. That's really good. So, yeah, don't blame Kai and other people's reaction on age when you're only 7 years apart. If any of you have listened to the album, I said this last weekend that I was going to listen to Lil Baby's album, and I totally forgot. I'm going to try to listen to it. For those of you who have listened to the album, let me know what you think. If it's good, not good, if it's worth taking a listen, let me know. Our 10th quick story. This one is funny. Alaskan airline flight attendant fired after viral TikTok video. She launched a GoFundMe page in support. All right. Alaskan flight attendant was fired after a viral TikTok video showed her twerking on a plane while waiting for the captain to show up. She put a caption in the video and said, "Don't let this uniform fool you. I'm ghetto to the core." According to reports, the flight attendant explained that the dance was in celebration of the end of her probationary period, but her joy was short-lived as the airline terminated her 6-month contract. In response, she posted the video again and she said, "You can't even be yourself anymore without the world being so sensitive." She launched a GoFundMe campaign to raise $12,000 in support. And of course, they asked, was she wrongly terminated or are you on the side of the airline? I think that's the same question. Anyways, what do you guys think about this? Listen, I am the wrong person to ask about this because I'm like the least corporate person. Although yes, I did have a national brand with hundreds of employees. I was in the fashion industry. I was in retail, and I encouraged my staff to actually make videos, Instagram videos and TikTok videos while they were working. That's because I understand how to get to the customer. I feel like the older corporate people don't understand how to relate these messages. We actually had a to-do list that the staff had to do every day. They came in, they opened, and every store had to make a video and send it in. If there was a viral video, if there was a viral challenge, they would send it into our the people who are running our media channels, and we would say, hey, this is what Discount is wearing today, and this is their viral video. This is what Queen Street is doing. This is what Young Street is doing. And people would tune in to our Instagram account to see what their favorite store was wearing and what they were doing. So I think Alaskan Airlines is horribly wrong for doing this. Yes, she is doing her video, but what people are seeing in the younger generation is seeing, wow, Alaskan Airlines, they're really cool. Hey, their airline stewardess look like me, dance like me. Hey, where is this airline? Let me look into them. So it's stupid to fire her for doing this on the job when she's literally promoting you, but they don't see it. Anyways, this has been my problem for years. I've had this argument with people who just don't understand what the next wave and the new generation is. I built my brand, Exclusivity, without spending even $5 on marketing. I did it all with social media. I was one of the first companies on Facebook pages. I had a Facebook account. Facebook emailed me back then and was like, yo, we're starting pages. Starbucks was actually the first one to launch pages. Exclusivity, my brand, was actually one of the first pages on Facebook. We launched on when Instagram first came out, all of them, man, Vine, all that stuff. So anyways, I'm a big proponent of this. Let me know what you guys think. Sorry for going along on this. I actually should have put this in social discussion, but let me know what you guys think about people on jobs working and recording. And let me know what you think. Sorry for going long. It's Friday, okay? I'm having fun, all right? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I'm really on one today. Our 11th quick story. The Biden administration is exploring options to keep TikTok active in the U.S. amid potential ban. All right, more social media. All right, President Biden's administration is exploring options to prevent TikTok from going dark, even though the app's ban is set to take effect this Sunday, January 19th. A White House official addressed the situation, stating that the team is exploring options to implement a law in a way that doesn't force TikTok to go completely dark in a few days. Americans shouldn't expect to see TikTok suddenly get banned on Sunday. The administration is under pressure from both lawmakers and citizens, with some urging Biden not to enforce the legislation. The law would require TikTok's parent company ByteDance to sell the app to an American company before Sunday in order to avoid getting banned. Meanwhile, the incoming president, Donald Trump, is also showing interest in saving the app, with his national security advisor hinting at potential intervention. So, president on their way out is looking to help TikTok. President on his way in is helping. We have told you guys for the past couple of weeks about this. One thing that nobody is talking about is how amazing TikTok's algorithm is. For those of you who don't know, this is what, and a lot of people don't know this, so don't feel bad. This is all over TikTok's algorithm. I'm telling you, I know this. Trust me. Like I just told you in the last story, I know everything about social media, okay? TikTok's algorithm is so light years ahead that they would never even take the chance to sell to an American company. That's why when we were hearing last couple of days ago where, oh, they might sell to Elon Musk. Yeah, right. Trust me. I told you guys that wasn't happening. It literally just came out yesterday that was also a false story. They have the best algorithm in the game, and everything when it comes to online is about the algorithm, whether it be YouTube, whether it be TikTok, about anything, and they do not want to give it up. Now, I'm not saying that the reason for the US ban is because they want to try to get the algorithm. I'm not saying that, although it's possible that could be true, but there definitely is a matter of national security. That is 100%. The US does not want the Chinese government to have US data for sure. But the asterisk is, hey, if we could get some Americans to get access to their algorithm, then that would be a plus too. From what I'm hearing from a couple of people that are trying to buy the American version of TikTok, what some people are suggesting is, hey, give us the US branch or the US people, and we won't even use your algorithm. We'll use our own algorithm. So they'll just have access to the Americans. It will be TikTok, but it won't be on their algorithm. And TikTok is holding firm, and they're like, nope, we don't want you guys anywhere near our app. We don't want anything. We will shut down and completely go away because we don't want you guys anywhere near. So as you guys know, with AI approaching and social media, this is the future. So I understand why they don't want to give it up. And this is my Friday show. On Monday, we will come back and let you guys know what happened. If my guess would have to be is that somebody somehow is going to try to put a Band-Aid over the situation, and either Biden or Trump is going to give them a couple of more months. But again, like I just told you, I don't see them ever selling, and I don't see the US ever backing down. So what would be the point in delaying this? It's already been a year and nothing has been done. So we shall see. We'll let you guys know on Monday what happens. This brings us to social discussion of the day. All right, a woman is going viral for telling fellas how to pick up women. All right, let me tell you the reason why she's going viral. The reason why she's going viral is because these are the 100% sure ways how to not pick up a woman, and people are shocked of why a woman would be suggesting for men to do this. So, guys, gentlemen, males, don't listen to anything that this woman is saying, because trust me, all three of her examples are sure ways to get rejected by a woman. Trust me when I tell you. Anyways, here is the video.
Send this to your scary ass homeboy that's afraid to talk to the husband. Y'all gotta let the fear of embarrassment go. Number one is for my real niggas, you gonna walk her down. Pull up, hop out, and where you from? What's your name? Can I get your number?
What are you talking about? The last thing that you want to do when approaching a woman is to make her feel like you're all up in her space. Like, why would you want to walk her down? And like, the last thing you want to do is make a woman be like, oh my, like, I can't even, this is crazy, man. Let's go to number two.
If you're not confident enough for number two, let me give you something a little bit more player. If you see her out, you're gonna send her a drink.
Listen, it's not 1970 anymore. Going to a club and sending a girl a drink is so 1980. Like, give me a break. That is so horrible. I've never done that and never will do that.
Number three is for when you in the DMs. This is a 90% success rate. Ask for that cash app. It ain't nothing to some lunch money. Boom, she replied to you. And send her $40 because we need it.
Cash app? What are you talking about? You're like, yo, sending you $40 for lunch. Listen, I really hope that this girl is joking and just, trying to get some hits on her Instagram page. Of course, a lot of people in the comment section are like, yes, so I like number one. Just walk up to a girl and, get to the point, ask her for her name, number, and her, just get right to the point. There's some people that are on both sides. Of course, that's why I'm bringing to social discussion of the day. Let me tell you guys something, okay? There's no surefire way to picking up a girl. Let me tell you my best advice, what I tell every single one of my friends. The best way how to pick a woman up is to let a woman pick you up. Let me give you a little bit more context. Let a woman know that she's interested in you. 99% of the time, women know who they're interested in before you even see them, all right? Before you see, trust me, they have booked you, they have looked you up and down. They know if they like you. They know if they don't like you. They know if they're not interested, and they know if they're somewhat interested. They have booked and checked the entire room. Trust me. All right. And their intuition is always 100%. So they know if they're interested or not. I'm not saying that pick them up in the sense of let them come and walk up to you, but a woman, a mature, sophisticated woman will give you subtle female signs. She'll look at you. She'll give you a smile. She'll give you some ways or some indications. Some might even come up and speak to you for sure, but they'll give you some sort of indication like, it's okay. I'm letting down the invisible barrier and you can come and speak to me. So my best advice to any guys out there watching this is to read the signs, read the room. And trust me, if a girl is not into you, I don't care what Cash App you send her, what drink you send her, or whatever you do, you're not going to change her mind. Women work most women, I don't want to put them all in the box, but most women work on intuition. They know what they want. They know what they're interested. And more times than not, you going up and talking to them is actually changing their mind. If they're actually interested in you, you're actually going up and the way you're approaching her is ruining it. So I tell my friends all the time, 95% of the time why you don't get a girl's number or meet a girl or whatever is because you ruined it by how you approached her. Just give her time, let her let you know what she wants, follow. It's like a dance, you know what I'm saying? Just follow the groove and everything will be fine. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I told y'all, man, it's Friday. I'm on one today, yo. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. All right, this brings us to question of the day. If you could hire one celebrity to play your significant other in public, who would it be? All right, Mary82 said Michael B. Jordan, but like any good rom-com, my money won't be any good to him and will fall in love for real. Okay. Somebody said no one because I'm not hiring a date. It's a joke. Come on. Somebody said, of course, I knew this was coming right away. Aaron Pierre, that's Mufasa. We have talked about him enough on this podcast. Like I said, I don't understand the craze about him. I get that his eyes are nice, but it's just not all that great. Somebody said Tiana Taylor. Yes, Tiana Taylor. Love Tiana Taylor. Somebody put an emoji of, I don't know who this is. Another person put Aaron Pierre. Somebody said, I'm hiring myself. All right, y'all are no fun. Somebody said Tokyo Tony. That's just trolling for sure. Somebody said Dominique Jones, Lil Baby. Yo, shout out to Lil Baby, man. Lil Baby's getting some love. Somebody said Michelle Obama. Okay, I love Michelle Obama too, but I don't know if I'm picking her to be my date out here, man. Yo, show some respect to Barack. Somebody said Ricky Lake. Okay, y'all are just trolling now. Well, somebody said Denzel Washington, but the Denzel Washington from Trading Day. That's funny. All right, these are two I agree with. Megan Good and Chloe Bailey. Yes, I agree with both. Somebody said Oprah. All right. Jay-Z. Y'all are trolling. Snoop Dogg, LL Cool J, Topanga. All right, I feel like these are more trolls out here. Floyd Mayweather. Here we go. Idris Elba. This one, I believe. Morris Chestnut. I know a lot of girls like him, and I agree with this. By the way, I said every time I talk about Aaron Pierre, I have no problem saying when the mother man is good looking. No problem. Morris Chestnut, good looking man. Idris Elba, good looking man. I just don't get the Aaron Pierre. Sorry. Okay, I don't know who that person is. Somebody said y'all are just bored. Another person said Aaron Pierre. That's Mufasa. Casper, don't know who Casper is. And that's about it. Who is this person? Oh, they put a meme, but oh gosh, the guy that was just that's with Megan Good right now. Oh, what's his name? Y'all know how bad I am with names, eh? Oh, you guys are gonna tell me in the comment section below. Who is Megan Good's man right now? They even said that they're getting married. I've covered his whole story when he's in court. Anyways, the last one here is Salma Hayek. Love me some Salma Hayek too. All right, let me know who Megan Good's fiance is. And oh, it's bothering me. Let me see if I can come to my mind. It's right on the tip of my tongue. Anyways, I can't remember. Let me know what you guys think in the comment. And the minute I stop this, I'm going to remember. This was always happens. Anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. If you had to hire one celebrity to play your significant other for a day out in public, who would it be? And also tell me why. Let me know in the comment section below. This brings us to sports news. Lamar Jackson asked if he would link up with Josh Allen. Lamar said, yeah, maybe when we're old, we'll probably have a laugh about it. But right now, this is serious and I ain't laughing with you. This weekend, AFC game, Baltimore Ravens against Buffalo Bills. This could arguably be like Super Bowl, man. I love Lamar's position. I don't like when my athletes are too friendly and chummy. That's one of my problems with LeBron James. I liked how Jordan and Kobe were. Anyways, here's a clip from Lamar saying that he doesn't want to be friends with not even just Josh Allen, but no quarterbacks. Take a listen.
I don't really chill with people off season, like especially not other quarterbacks. We compete against each other.
Shout out to Lamar. Y'all know I'm a big Kansas City Chiefs fan. I know y'all are going to drag me in the comment section for that too. I've been dragged a lot this week, but it's all good. So because they're in the AFC, I should probably go. You guys are probably going to say not like this comment, but I think I would probably like for Lamar to beat Josh. I want Buffalo to beat the Bills, and I'll tell you why. I think Lamar is still not 100% ready for the playoffs for an AFC championship, and I think the Chiefs have a better chance at beating Lamar. Yes, there are a better team, 1,000%, but Lamar's history in the playoffs are shaky, and I feel like he just might get like a little bit nervous and not perform as great. And I think Josh has a little bit more season to him, and I don't think he'll make as many mistakes and interceptions. So I think I want Kansas City to go up against Baltimore. Yes. I hope I don't regret that. Anyways, lastly, in sports news, we covered this earlier. Just want to give you a little bit more news about it. Trending right now, a handful of NFL executive and scouts reportedly believe that Jerry Jones, the Cowboys owner, would be open to taking a $104 million cap hit in order to trade Dak Prescott to secure Shedeur Sanders and Deion Sanders. Many NFL scouts reportedly believe Jones is extremely interested in Shedeur Sanders and as a prospect, and even more interested in Deion Sanders. Shedeur has already established a relationship with Jones and would reportedly be interested in taking the job of being the quarterback for America's team. The question now is, would Dak Prescott allow himself to be traded, and would either Tennessee or Cleveland be interested in the trade? So we talked about this a little bit earlier in the week. Now we have some more information that they're actually talking to some other teams. We'll see. Please, Dak, let yourself be traded. You're not going to do anything there with Dallas. We need help. We need Deion to be there. I was watching Joy Taylor on Fox, and she says, I don't agree with this, but she says she thinks if Deion Sanders and Shedeur goes over to the Dallas Cowboys, it will be as big as LeBron James leaving Cleveland and going to South Beach. Remember when he had the big interview and he was like, yo, I'm taking my talents to South Beach? She said the whole sports world was fixated on that, and she thinks that Shedeur and Deion going to Dallas will be that big. Totally disagree. However, it would be really big and really good for the NFL and really good for Dallas. So please try to make this happen. But regardless, Kansas City is going to win and AFC is going to continue winning. So it really doesn't matter what the Cowboys do, because if it's not Kansas City, it's going to be the Ravens. That's my second team. And like I said, I just need Kansas City to win one more Super Bowl so that Mahomes can three-peat. And then next year I'll go for Lamar and the Ravens. All right. Those are my two teams. All right. Whew, I am chatty patty today. Yo, Friday is here. Yo. Anyways, thank you so much for sticking with me and tuning into this Friday episode. Thanks for tuning in all week. Again, great numbers. Thanks for all the likes, comments, subscribes. I read all the comments. We look at everything. We don't write back to everything, but we do love the support and love, even if you don't agree with us or do agree with us. Our comment section and this podcast is really about discussion. So open to everything. And I think all the Drake comments were hilarious yesterday. All right. Before I let you guys go, I just want to remind you guys of all the ways to keep up with the Trend Out Loud podcast. For those of you who are watching on YouTube or listening on podcast platforms, please try to check me out Monday through Friday from 11 to 12 on CFQR600.com from anywhere in the world, or 600 AM if you're in the Montreal area. We do play the Trend Out Loud podcast, but we mix it in with 90s and 2000s hip hop and R&B. It is a great way to get your entertainment and viral news while listening to your favorite hits from the 90s and 2000s. And I selected music so you know it's going to be dope. Now, vice versa, if you're used to listening to the show on CFQR and you cannot always catch the show between 11 to 12, we get it. You're busy. You got things to do. I'm going to give you 3 ways how to keep up to date with the show. The first one is on CFQR600.com. When you click Listen Live, there'll be a second tab right beside that says Listen on Demand. You click that and you'll get access to all 422 Trend Out Loud podcast episodes. The second way is on YouTube. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, and comment. The third way is we are available on all podcast platforms. Just go to your desired site, type in Trend Out Loud, the show will pop up. Don't forget to hit the follow or subscribe button so that you can be notified every time we upload a new show. And just like YouTube, we upload daily. We upload them at the same time. You can check me out on any social platform. It's always the same handle, Trend Out Loud. Don't forget to follow the media company, Exclusivity Media, on Instagram. For those of you who are tuned in right now to CFQR, do not touch that dial, because Don Smooth, my homeboy Don Smooth, is coming up next with the lunch mix from 12 to 1. And Don is always dropping the hits. All right, one more time. It's Friday. Yo, I hope y'all have a great weekend. I will see you on Monday. Who knows what's going to happen to TikTok, man? We'll see. I'll see y'all on Monday, man. Peace. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It's your boy, Trend Out Loud. Peace.